Helena Carvalho adjusted her navy blue blazer for the third time as she waited in the reception area of Technovision, the company she had founded 15 years ago in her garage. The logo on the wall gleamed in modern LED, a stark contrast to the scribbled drawing she'd made on a napkin during a sleepless night in 2009. The receptionist, a young woman no older than 25, typed busily without looking up. Helena cleared her throat gently.
Excuse me, I'm Elena Carvalho.
I have an interview scheduled for 2 o'clock. The young woman finally looked up, with a slightly impatient expression. Ah, you must be the candidate for administrative assistant. Mr. Ricardo is running late, but you can have a seat. He'll be right with you. Helena felt a pang in her chest. Candidate. She had called explaining who she was, mentioning her full name and requesting a meeting with the current board. How had this turned into a job interview? Actually, Helena began to explain, but the receptionist had already returned her attention to the computer. 15 minutes later, a man in a gray suit with graying hair appeared. Ricardo Mendez, according to the golden nameplate on his chest, Human Resources Director.
MS Carvalho, please follow me.
The meeting room was all glass, with an oval table in the center. Ricardo sat on the opposite side, opening a thin folder.
Let's get straight to the point.
I see here you have an interesting resume. 15 years of experience in technology, software engineering background, MBA in business management. Impressive for someone your age. Helena took a deep breath. 62 years old wasn't a professional death sentence, but apparently, in this environment, it was. Mr. Ricardo, I believe there's been a misunderstanding. I didn't come here for a job interview. I am Helena Carvalho, the founder of Technovision. Ricardo blinked a few times, as if processing absurd information. I'm sorry, but there must be some mistake. Technovision was founded by our current CEO, Marcelo Santos, in 2012. It's all documented on our institutional website.
Elena S. Bloodbild.
Marcelo Santos had been her intern, a brilliant young man she had hired in 2011 when the company started to grow. He was talented, ambitious, but an intern. Mr. Ricardo, I started this company in 2009.
Marcelo was my intern.
I can prove it with documents, commercial registry records, patents that are in my name. Ricardo chuckled, a condescending sound that echoed through the glass room. Madam, I understand that sometimes older people can get confused with time, but this is impossible. Mr. Marcelo is only 35 years old. He couldn't have founded a company at 20. Exactly, Helena exclaimed, feeling a small victory. He was 22 when he came here as an intern. I was 47 when I founded this company. The silence in the room was deafening. Ricardo nervously flipped through some papers, clearly uncomfortable.
Look, Donna Elena, I'll be honest with you.
Even if that story were true, and I'm not saying it is, the company today is very different. We have international investors, cutting-edge technology, over 500 employees. I don't know what your role would be here. Helena felt tears sting her eyes, but she didn't let them fall. My role? I developed the core algorithm you still use today. I created the innovation philosophy that transformed this company into what it is. I sacrificed my marriage, my health, 15 years of my life building this from scratch.
Madam, please, don't get agitated.
I'll speak with the legal department about your claims, but I believe we don't have any available positions at the moment for someone with your profile. At that moment, the conference room door opened. Marcelo Santos walked in, impeccable in his Italian suit, exuding confidence and success. At 35, he was everything the market expected from a CEO. Young, charismatic, visionary. His eyes met Helena's, and for a fraction of a second, she saw something that made her believe he recognized her. But the expression quickly shifted to a professional mask.
Ricardo, sorry for the interruption.
Who is our guest?
Marcelo, this is Elena Carvalho.
She believes she founded our company. Marcelo looked at Helena for a long moment. The silence stretched until it became uncomfortable. Of course, he finally said.
Elena Carvalho. How could do not remember?
Helena's heart pounded. Finally, someone who recognized her. Helena was our cleaner for many years. A dedicated employee, always came early, left late. You were always very observant, Helena. You must have overheard many meetings while cleaning the rooms. Helena's world collapsed. The betrayal wasn't just in the fact that he had appropriated her company, but in the complete rewriting of her history. She was no longer the visionary founder, the woman who had risked everything on an idea. She was just the cleaner who had observed too much.
Marcelo.
She murmured, her voice almost inaudible. Ricardo, I think we can consider rehiring her. The company has grown a lot. We need reliable people for cleaning. Of course, it would be a special favor, considering her age.
Elena slowly stood up.
Her legs trembled, but her dignity remained intact.
No, thank you.
I believe I've seen everything I needed to see. She walked to the door, paused, and turned around one last time.
Marcelo, io più sleep well at night.
I hope that when you look in the mirror, you can recognize who you truly are. Helena left the building she had built, carrying only her purse and 15 years of memories that, apparently, only existed in her mind. On the sidewalk, she looked up, seeing the name Technovision glowing against the blue sky. For a moment, she wondered if she was going crazy. If her memory was failing her. If she really had just been a cleaner who had dreamed of being something more. Then she opened her purse and touched the document she always carried. The company registration certificate, dated March 15, 2009, with her signature as founder and president. Some ghosts, she realized, need to be more persistent to haunt the living.